Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Money Man. Now, today I'm going to answer a somewhat strange question that goes like this. What happens when a new paper note is introduced into a cash economy and people refuse to use it? No, I haven't made this up. This is a real thing that has actually happened. And I'm going to answer that question using an example from Japan. So, in the year 2000, there was a new denomination paper note introduced into the Japanese cash economy, and it looks like this. This is a 2,000 yen note that was introduced to celebrate the millennium. Now, up until then, there was no 2,000 yen note in the Japanese cash economy. So this was a totally new denomination when it was introduced, and very quickly it became super unpopular with Japanese people. Now you're probably wondering, why would this become unpopular? I mean, it doesn't look that suspicious. Well, there are some serious practical limitations with this paper note, which I will explain quickly to you now. Now, if you've ever been to Japan, you will know that the Japanese are very imaginative and innovative in their use of vending machines. You can go into a restaurant, and before you've even stepped through the door, you'll be using a vending machine to actually order the different items of food and drink that you want, and you have to pay using that vending machine. Or if you go into a store, the till staff will literally just feed your money into a register, which will then automatically count the change and spit it back out for you. So there are a lot of automated systems that are designed that predate the introduction of the 2,000 yen note. And therefore, when the 2,000 yen note was introduced, these systems were not designed or updated to actually take the 2,000 yen note, which made this note increasingly difficult to use. You've got vending machines won't take them, cash registers, some of them won't be able to process them. So Japanese people very quickly found that these notes were an inconvenience. So they didn't want them. They rejected them from the bank, and they would just prefer to take the old 1,000, 5,000 or 10,000 yen notes. So that meant that these were slowly bled out of circulation because people just didn't want to use them. What happened to them? Where did they go? Well, I think I have the answer to that question. I think these might have been confined to the reserves of banks. And also, I think they were dumped in foreign currency exchanges, because recently I exchanged some money into Japanese yen, and I got 4 uncirculated examples of this 2,000 yen note. However, when I did some research into this 2,000 yen note, I read stories from expats that had lived in Japan for 5 or 6 years, and they'd only ever seen one of these. So they're obviously really, really unpopular and quite rare within the Japanese cash economy now. So I think that they've probably been confined to bank reserves and have been dumped in foreign currency exchanges for all those, clueless foreigners that don't know how limited this paper note's use is. However, that being said, I did have 4 of these. I actually used one the other day with little to no trouble. The guy did a quick double take when I gave it to him, but he did actually accept it. Probably didn't want to go through the whole process of actually trying to explain in Japanese why I couldn't use it, so he probably thought, screw it, I'll just take this money anyway. But I decided to keep hold of the other 3 because I thought they were quite interesting, and I wanted to do more research, and I'm glad that I did, because they're quite desirable to collectors now, because they're not so easily found. So, I hope you've enjoyed that video. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any examples of paper notes that have befallen the same fate as the 2,000 yen note, please send me a message. Put it down in the comment section below, and I will try and get hold of an example of said paper notes, and I'll do some follow-up videos and research on that. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel. If you want to see some close-up images of the paper note featured in today's video, please look down in the description and follow the link to my Facebook page. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. There is much more to come. It's the Money Man, signing out.